What's up? This is Joe Rogan, and you are watching MMA Ring Report. Yeah, you already knew that, right? Yes, you did. You're so smart. When Chuck Liddell was in his prime, he was, that was an intelligent style because he was a real tall guy and an awesome wrestler. You couldn't take him down, and he punches like a fucking freight train. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You can't take him down. He's super tall. He's got a long reach, and he's fucking you up. You know, it's an excellent style. I mean, eventually that style is, he's had some tough fights, but I mean, the guy's 39 years old. Cut him some slack, I think, I think this next fight with Shogun, that's going to show us a lot about Chuck, Really interested in seeing that because from what I've heard, he's really put a tremendous amount of work in this camp. All the stuff that I've read online, I saw he's training with Howard Davis Jr. and Howard Davis is tightening up his boxing, and I think, he realizes this is do or die. We'll see what he's got left. It should be exciting.
I was speaking to his trainer, John Hackleman, and he said he's aligned himself with American Top Team, as you said, Howard Davis. He says that he's preparing for the best Shogun that we've ever seen. The last Shogun that we saw did not look very impressive at all. To what do you attribute that? His last two performances weren't particularly strong.
Well, there's a bunch. You could speculate all you want, but the bottom line is that his conditioning was off. His skills still seemed really good. He landed some vicious leg kicks on Coleman, hit him with some good punches, but he looked like he was out of shape. So you gotta think, well, why would he be out of shape? Well, for one reason, the guy went through 2 knee surgeries. That's big. Major. And when I've had 2 ACL surgeries myself, and I had I don't know how he had his done, whether he used a cadaver graft or whether he went he had his knees reconstructed, right? Yeah. My left one I did with a patella tendon graft, where they take a chunk out of your kneecap and a chunk out of your shin bone, and they take a strip out of your patella tendon, and that's how they replace the ACL. That took a long time to recover from, man. That was like a solid year before it felt really good again. Before I felt like I trusted it. This one, the right side, I got done with a cadaver graft, and that was like 6 months. 6 months later, I was like babying it a little bit, but I was rolling again, and I was working out again, lifting weights, and doing all kinds of other stuff and kicking the bag. So it was like 6 months with that. So that's a long time to be out of like hard training. That's a long time to get out of condition. To not be sparring. With good guys, to not be doing any of their strength and conditioning. You're just rehabbing your leg. You really don't have the opportunity to get in the same kind of shape that you have, when you don't have a serious injury like that. So if we're talking about a year and a half, if he went through 2 major surgeries, at the very least, we're talking 6 months each time before it feels 100%. That's a year gone. So in that 6 months that he's got, all he's got is a couple of increments where he can train. Like if he's gonna have a couple of fights during those times, he's got like 3 months. He's got. He has 6 months total, but in between the knee surgeries, it's not like, he had the surgery, he blew his knee out, and then he had the surgery, and then it was all consecutive. There was like some recovery months in there too, and then he blew it out again, right? I mean, that's how it went, right?
Yeah, he was supposed to play Chuck before.
Right, so he had surgery, and then he was working out, getting back in shape, and then he blew it out again, then he had to have surgery again. So that does not, out of a year and a half, that does not leave much time for strength and conditioning, to get in shape. So that's what I think we could attribute it to. You can speculate all you want about, whether or not they took banned substances in Pride, but that's all speculation. What we do know is he's got amazing skills. When he is in shape, and look at the Rampage fight. That when he fought Rampage. He's an animal, man. His Muay Thai is devastating knees and kicks, and he's aggressive, and I think he just needs to be in better condition, and hopefully we'll see that with Chuck. Hopefully, both these guys are coming into this without any injuries.